The moment we think that the Raptors are coming out of their big funk, they lose to a team that hasn't won, well, I mean, now they have, but was 19-33 coming into this game. They've had lost 4 straight games coming into this game. And oh yeah, they just lost Zach LaVine for the rest of the year. And the Raptors are healthy other than Patrick Patterson. But that didn't seem to slow them down against the Clippers. And they lose 112-109. That's why I guess break down the stats a little bit. I mean, see, in hindsight, the Raptors didn't play all that terrible. You know, they shot 53% from the field. Minnesota shot 49%. Raptors shot 39% from 3. They shot 37%. We beat them in both categories. However, as I've said before in previous videos, and it shows up right here, the better team with the better free throw percentage won this game. The Raptors shot 14 of 20 for 70%. Minnesota was 27 for 30. That's right, they had 30 free throw attempts for 90%. That is the reason they won this game. Well, part of the reason. I'm not going to say that's the whole reason. You know, and stats are fairly even overall, except the Raptors turned the ball over 13 times to their 8. But you know what? Something I want to talk about. You know, certain players had certain good games. Great. But I'm not going to talk about that right now. There was a coaching thing that happened in this game. Mistake in my eyes that happened. I don't know if you guys agree with it. It's something that I didn't agree with at all. You know, first 3 quarters happen. 4th quarter, Norman Powell comes out. Now, in hindsight, we think, oh, Norman Powell, great defender, good stuff, awesome. We got to remember, this guy has not touched the court at all this game. And you're throwing him in a 4th quarter situation. Your team is up by what? I think it was like 5 at the time. And you're saying, shut them down for me. And he had a lot of issues. You know, they were getting a lot of buckets off him. You know, he wasn't really good defensively. You know, and he had a turnover as well. I mean, he just didn't really look good. And that's no disrespect to Norman Powell. I just don't understand why you're throwing him out into the fire in the 4th quarter where he has not touched the court and everybody else is all in full swing. Everyone's get going. Their team's the same way. They're fighting back, so they're coming in hot. And we throw out a guy who has not played at all tonight. I don't understand that. I'm not saying that was the reason we lost, but at one point, I mean, the Raptors could have pulled away in that 4th quarter, but they were trading basket for basket. That's the way it was, and the Raptors lost that. You know, and it sucked. That's my one little blunder from today. I hope you guys agree with me. I hope I'm not just going crazy here, but that's just what I felt about that play. Now, if we're talking about positives, if we're trying to grab positives out of a loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Zach LaVine list, and I guess we got to take some positives. DeMarre Carroll, guys, you know, as much as we've been saying how he has not played well this year, he has not looked good, you know what? And I agree with that. He has not shot the ball well. His defense was, it was okay. It wasn't the DeMarre Carroll we thought we were getting when we signed him. But tonight, he had 19 points. He shot 7 of 9 from the field, 5 of 5 from 3. He's 100% from 3. He was dynamite. He also had 9 rebounds and a couple assists. I thought this was a really, really good game for DeMarre. He was really good defensively as well. He was all up on Andrew Wiggins, you know. But I just thought that, you know, they finished the game better. The Raptors played the first half better, but they just couldn't hold on in the 4th. I mean, you know, they only scored 21 points in that 4th quarter. They scored 29. They also scored 30 in that 3rd quarter. Raptors scored 25. You know, you got to be able to close out games. And that the Raptors have not been able to do lately, and they were not able to do again tonight. And it's frustrating. Good to see DeMarre get another 30-point game. He had 30 points, 12 of 25 for 48%. Not too bad. He 5 of 7 from the free throw line. Lowry, tough night though. He had a tough night from the field, 6 of 19, 31%, so he had a rough one. But you know what? JV had a big night, 16 points, only 5 rebounds. However, he was 7 of 7 shooting and 2 of 2 from the line. He had a really, really good offensive game, and he's been really good offensively with the past 6 games, not including the Boston game where he got absolutely crapped on by the referees. So, other than that, he has been very good offensively. But this team, they're struggling, man. I thought that game against the Clippers, when even though they didn't have Chris Paul, they're still the Clippers, and you were able to beat them. I thought that was the game that the Raptors kind of broke out. I mean, they did beat them by 9 too. It wasn't like a 1-point, 2-point win, and it was just like a shot fest, right? 118, 109. I mean, 109 in this day and age isn't too bad. 118 it's a decent score. And then you come in against a team that's a lot, statistics-wise, a lot worse than the Clippers. And you lose. Just breaks my heart. Just breaks my heart. All right. I don't really know what else to say. It was a rough night. Terrence Ross was okay. Corey Joseph had a tough one. Bebe had gotten real bad foul trouble. He did not look good at all guarding Towns. He really didn't. Pirtle in his limited time, I thought he was okay. As much as Sully didn't get a point and he only had 2 boards, I thought he did a good job on Towns, defensively. I thought he was good there. But overall, Raptors get the loss, and that's really what matters. No matter how guys do individually, the team lost. That's what matters. That's what hurts. I don't know. There's got to be something done at the deadline, and that's coming up pretty quick. It's the end of the month, right? That's when it all goes down. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens. So, the Raptors do have some time off. They have 3 days off before they take on Detroit. Now, this is good news. 3 days off for the Raptors is great news. They have 3 days off to regroup, focus on. They have 2 practices, I think, scheduled for the next couple. In the 3 days, they have 2 practices scheduled. Right? They need those bad, and they need to come out against Detroit and beat them down. Detroit's a under 500 team, 25-28. The Raptors usually dominate them. Let's dominate. We need a game where we blow people out, because we have not had that much this year. We have not had it of late for sure. We need one of those. We need a win nonetheless. I don't care about a blowout. I mean, a blowout would be nice, but you need a win, period. And Detroit's a team that, the Raptors can beat, in my eyes. It's just got to happen. Because then after that, you go to Chicago to take on the Bulls. And we all know how great the Raptors play against Chicago. So that game against Detroit is even bigger at that point. All right? So you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video, hey, hit that like button. If you guys haven't hit the button already, hit the subscribe button. It really means a lot. Comment down below what you guys thought of the stupid L tonight, the loss. And we'll talk to you guys tomorrow night, Leafs edition, as the Leafs are taking on the Blues back at the Air Canada Centre. Redemption. And also, Leafs don't play Friday. Raptors don't play Friday. Saturday, the Leafs play against Buffalo. But we're talking Raptors edition. That's Sunday against the Pistons. All right? So you know what, guys? Before I close it off, there will be a Jays video on the 10th. So tomorrow is the 9th. All right? And the 10th is, let me do the math, I think it's Friday. So there will be a Jays video on Friday. It's kind of a spring training preview. I know you guys have been looking forward to some Jays content. So I'm going to give you guys a spring training preview. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And we'll talk to you guys, like I said, tomorrow night, Leafs edition. And Sunday night, Raptors edition. Raptors. Pistons. See you guys then.